Joining us now on MSUEagles.com is the head women's basketball coach at Morehead State, Tom Hodges. His Eagles get a 72-57 win over an NAIA foe from Tennessee, Bethel. And Coach, I know coming in, people say, oh, an NAIA opponent coming to Johnson Arena. This team was 11-2. They were nationally ranked and had really earned some nice accolades on their level. So a good win for your team today.
No, Matt, absolutely. They're ranked 10th or 11th in the country in NAIA basketball. They have 3 Division I starters that had transferred in from Division I schools. So playing these games are probably the most tense, uptight games that you can play, especially coming out of the Christmas break. I was proud of our start. That's one of our better starts. Score 40 points in the first half. I think that's a high water mark so far this season. And then defensively, I really challenged our team defensively in the second half to hold them to 28% shooting. I was really proud of that.
Your team has now won 3 consecutive games. I guess it's not a secret that you kind of had a tough start, albeit against a good schedule. You were really playing some tough competition. But just talk about the momentum your team has been able to gain here in the last couple of weeks.
Well, certainly we experienced some low points within this first 10 ball games that we played, but ever since we went and boarded the bus to UAB, I've seen a different basketball team take the floor from Morehead State. And I couldn't be any prouder that they've kept their heads up. They've stuck to the plan. They've never wavered. We've raised our level of play significantly at 2 spots. We've got back-to-back players of the week in the OVC. This team is starting to gain some confidence, Matt, and that's very exciting because I think that's been what's held us back the most. I might have overscheduled a little bit, just to be honest about it, and their confidence waned a little bit. So I'm very proud of them for coming out of the break. It's not easy to come out of a Christmas break and get a win over a really quality team. Bethel will do well in the Trans-South down there in Tennessee. Certainly expect them to do national things on the NAIA level.
I know your team has continued to get up extra shots in the gym. They've really worked extremely hard before and after practices and during practices as well. Thought that really contributed to a good shooting percentage tonight, 51% overall, 10 of 19 from the arc, and I think your team hit 4 threes in the first 5 minutes, which certainly gave you kind of some breathing room early on.
Correct. You know, we try to gauge our shots. What is our shot selection? Are we getting good shots? And in every game that we've played to save maybe 1 or 2, we've gotten great shots. And it's just a matter of, again, having that confidence to step up and knock down. Allie Turner, one of her better games in a 2-year period tonight. She played 37 minutes, 4 for 8 from the 3. I thought Allie played really well, especially on the defensive side of things at the X2 spot. So, again, what's the old line? 1's 1, 2 is luck, 3 is called a winning streak. So, you know, we hadn't experienced that in a while. Now we just need to build on it.
Tom Hodges, the head women's basketball coach at Morehead State, with us on MSUEagles.com, and you alluded to the play of Allie Turner, which was very good tonight. Tyler Eats went off the bench for you, 10 points and 8 rebounds in 17 minutes if you'd assess her play.
Oh, Tyler is very dynamic, much like Milton Chavis on the men's side. Tyler's athleticism allows her to do some things that other players can't do. So she's a great force on the glass for us. She's rangy in the back line of the zone. And then offensively, she drove the ball, really challenged Tyler to find points in the paint. So I was really proud to see Tyler take some of the things we've been working on and her emphasis and take it to the game floor.
Lots of positives tonight in the 72-57 win, Coach. If there's maybe 1 or 2 areas that you'd like to continue to improve, anything come to mind right away?
Sure. We got up, 22 points there in the second half about 10 minutes ago, and it was like we flatlined. One thing we wanted to do at that point, I challenged the team in the timeout. Now we need momentum going into Wright State, and we needed to carry that out. And I thought we waned a little bit, and we were almost like just wanted to get the game over. That's a slippery slope to go down. We're certainly in no position, given the way our season has gone, to be in that spot. So, if I have one thing, and I'll attribute that to a little bit of youth, because we hadn't been in that situation, Matt. So, to see us up by a significant number is certainly a good feeling, but we need to almost be a little bit more greedy and build upon that a little bit more.
Your team pretty much led throughout the entire contest. Bethel's only lead was in the first minute. Did you talk to your team about playing with the lead? I know that unfortunately is not an area that you've really experienced a lot this year with the young team, but I guess your team really played well with the advantage throughout the game today.
No, we've talked about it for the last 3 games. You have a choice. You can be a shark or you can be a goldfish. You know, sharks go out and get food. Goldfish have to wait to be fed. So for the first 10 games of our season, we were goldfish. We were just waiting to be fed. The last 3 games, we've been sharks. We've been going and getting things, and that assertiveness has contributed to our recent success. We will have to continue to assert ourselves in order to keep and progress through the season.
You mentioned the next opponent, Wright State. The game has been moved to Sunday at 7 o'clock at the Nutter Center up in Dayton against Mike Bradbury, a former Morehead State coach. Just your thoughts on the Raiders and wrapping up the non-conference schedule.
Well, Mike's done just an amazing job there at Wright State and taking a program. Nobody realizes how low that program was when he got there, and I think they've won back-to-back 20 games, back-to-back postseason appearances. Kim Demings is one of the most electric players we'll face all season. I don't care from top to bottom. So we've got our hands full, Matt. They beat Xavier. That's our one common opponent, I think. Western Kentucky is also a common opponent. But they're a really good basketball team. Mike does a great job. He will be very well prepared. His team will be very well prepared for us. We've got a short preparation time. We'll let the girls sleep in tomorrow and then come in and get the game plan in, then head on up to Dayton.
It's 3 straight wins for the Morehead State women's basketball program. Tonight's final score, the Eagles 72 and Bethel of Tennessee 57. Coach Tom Hodges, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Matt.